What's going on, child? It's your most favorite diabetic YouTuber in the whole entire world, back with another video, another day to actual for y'all. But of course, this one's a little bit different. Now, this one's only different because apparently a TikToker decided that he was gonna self-snitch on himself and allegedly / apparently get 35 years in jail or prison. Now, I'll be honest with y'all. Self-snitching is one of the greatest epidemics of this century. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's been happening forever, of course, but like with technology and everything, it's way easier, and people feel like, you know, it's a must-do. Like, if I was gonna go commit a crime, allegedly, I can admit to y'all that you would never hear me go, yeah, I just made $20,000 without going to work today, or anything like that crazy shit, you know? But in general, I'm very curious to know what the hell actually happened here. So with all this said, shout out to Tozy for the video art react to. And of course, for safety, this is alleged. And I will say it is all love, no hate. Now, of course, I'm going to make my jokes be really honest and I won't lie to y'all. I am typically an arsehole, but if it was hate, beef, or anything crazy like that, I straight up admit it. Now, one more time, all love, no hate. All right, child, no more stations. Let's get into the video now.
He filmed himself committing a crime, and this was his reason.
Why? I'm a pimp.
Well, then he got hit with 3 decades in prison.
So
damn.
tell me leave alone? On social media,
Pimp.
it's just tell me leave money alone. Cedric Dorsey painted himself as a pimp. Why? I'm a pimp. With money, swagger, and influence. That's CCC 333. But investigators say his lifestyle was built by forced work, as Dorsey trafficked a woman into in Seattle, Bellevue, and Las Vegas.
Okay.
So meet Cedric, aka CCC.
He wasn't really pimping, he was trafficking.
A guy who literally documented his own downfall by flexing
Allegedly,
his
I
crimes
guess.
online as they were accomplishments. Because what better way to get locked up than posting proof of your felonies with the confidence of being like some sort of like 2016 SoundCloud rapper? But this whole situation started with what it looks like to be a domestic violence call in April 2024. Bellevue police responded to an apartment in the Factoria neighborhood and found a woman who had fled the scene with some help from construction workers. A smart move, because once officers got
construction workers,
the red flags started waving.
They listened to what that victim was telling them and realized things were just adding up for her and what she was saying, and that she was in a very dangerous situation.
Bellevue Police Major Ellen Inman says patrol officers noticed signs of trafficking and called detectives.
When you ask them questions, they're answering repeatedly in these kind of scripted or answers that sound like they're rehearsed.
It turns out the victim wasn't just Dorsey's girlfriend, he was her trafficker. According to the victim, Dorsey booked hotel rooms for her across multiple cities: Seattle, Bellevue, Kent, SeaTac, Renton, and Las Vegas, and had her perform SW to line his own pockets. Then on top of that, he coached her how to spot cops. Because here they say for a large percentage of, I guess, the dates, Dorsey required her to obtain a deposit from the buyer to verify they were not law enforcement. And like many others from this industry, he kept a tight control of every move. And if she stepped out of line, he allegedly beat her repeatedly. So bad at one point that he hurt her face so badly that she had to be hospitalized. And while she was being forced to work for him, he was online showing off the stacks of cash and posting videos bragging, saying things like, "I really take care of my biddies, you know," or "Oh yeah, pimpin', that's how it goes." Sir, you handed the prosecution evidence on a silver platter. Dorsey's online persona, CCC, Cash Jason Cod, was basically the prosecution's best witness. Photos showed of him in a Versace robe, wearing flashy jewelry, and posing with illegal firearms, including an AK-47. And he kept referring to himself as pimpish. So Bellevue Mayor Ellen Imnan had no problem using all of this against him, saying, and quote, "If you advertise it and make it available for us to use in our investigation, then that's what we'll do." And that's exactly what they did.
When they served the search warrant on his premise, they recovered $12,000 in cash, along with those 3 firearms, one of which was stolen, and a banned firearm.
King County prosecutors hit Dorsey with charges of human trafficking, promoting and unlawful possession of a firearm.
We see very significant violence, strangulation, beatings, assaults.
Prosecutor Brayla McGinnis tried Dorsey's case where his own social media posts were
used as evidence. That prosecution ain't bad. Oh, respectfully.
Promised not to cooperate with police and say they aren't victims.
3040. God, I ain't never seen anything like that. There's a whole difference between pimping and what this dude was allegedly doing. I'm just saying that out loud.
Obviously, he's a disgusting guy. But aside from that, why would you ever post the SW oath to your timeline while you were actively in this illegal business. And on May 2nd, 2024, Bellevue PD rolled over.
I ain't never heard of oath
search
before.
warrant. Dorsey initially refused to come out, but probably realized that wearing a designer robe wouldn't stop bullets. And after the police brought out his mom, he finally surrendered. So when they went into his apartment, what did they find? $12,000 in cash, 3 guns, multiple of them being illegal, and 1 stolen and illegal AK-47. And I feel like the part I can't like fully wrap my head around is the trend of just straight up snitching on yourself online. Obviously, this isn't just like Cedric being reckless. Like, this is a whole genre. We've been covering this on this channel for a long time now, and it doesn't seem like this is going to end anytime soon. We've got scammers filming themselves with stacks of cash. You have pranksters admitting to fault on video mid-lawsuit, and now you have pimps in Versace robes posting up with illegal AK-47s for Instagram. It's just like clout has completely overridden basic survival instincts.
God, God.
I'd rather go viral for a day than stay free for a whole decade. This guy Cedric didn't just document his crimes, he produced the evidence, he curated it, he captioned it, and the kicker is, he really thought no one was going to use it against him. Because, or else, why would he ever post this? This dude was literally flexing his human trafficking operation on the internet and talking about it like it was some, like, business side hustle. Like, bragging about, like, she came back with 1,000. Like, dude, that's not a punchline. That's evidence.
Which is intimidated to me, you feel me? Because I got standards and I got expectations. Not like the... You feel me, y'all? Not like... You feel me, y'all? Because I really take care of my... Right? You know? And I really, you know... put them first, man, you know, because they put this pimping first, man. You dig what I'm saying? Like, really pimping more. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I did last night? Yeah, I ate baked chicken, you dig what I'm saying? Stuffed potatoes, you dig what I'm saying? And with salad with cucumbers in there. And you know what I did? I went to sleep and gave my dame the keys and told her, go give me some money. You dig what I'm saying? So she was down for like 6 hours, you hear what I'm saying? And yeah, she came back with 1,000. Yeah, pimping. Yeah, that's how it goes down, baby. You know, if she's going to continue making some progression, because she's going to continue living with the purpose. And the purpose is chatty, baby.
Also, shout out to 15 Minutes of Shame for finding that clip. But all I know is that for sure was played out on that, like, rolly TV in the courtroom. And the prosecution just had to, like, read it out loud, line by line, to just translate that for the court. I can just, like, imagine the prosecution saying, hey, Mr. Dorsey, did you or did you not say the purpose is cheddar, baby? That's just funny saying. You know what? You don't even have to answer it. Here's you saying it. Crazy. I mean, Batman's job would have just been a whole lot easier if he just had to go to Instagram to find what criminals were up to instead of skipping around in a cape in the middle of the night. But what we're witnessing here is essentially the social media version of waving at a cop while holding a stolen TV. So let's break down the charges, because this guy had a whole arsenal, thousands in dirty money, and a full content strategy dedicated to self-incrimination, because this guy is an absolute genius. And in court, the jury was not confused, because Dorsey was found guilty on all of the following: human trafficking in the 2nd degree, promoting prostitution in the 1st degree, unlawful possession of a firearm in the 1st degree, and it gets worse because 2 of those charges came from a mandatory 60-month firearm enhancements, meaning 5 extra years tacked on just for having guns while committing these felonies. And we're no longer speculating what he's going to get, because as of a month ago, he was charged.
After being found guilty at trial this spring, Dorsey is now starting a 35-year prison sentence.
We were able to take a very dangerous criminal off the street and hold him accountable for his actions.
So altogether, this guy got 35 years in state prison, plus community custody afterwards. So Dorsey got 35 years to think all of this over. That's 3.5 decades of hard reflection.
He got 35 years, and ideally all he made out of that dumbness was $12,000. I mean, obviously, he probably made more bills, etc., but I'm just gonna, realistically keep it at that. 35 years for hell no, it ain't worth it. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. What he was doing was not pimping. Okay, I mean, I'm not that. I don't have no experience, but from what my research and etc. is, that ain't it. That is like someone, literally, like he got, trafficking charges and everything. Literally that is it. Like, that is... Yeah, especially if she was forced and getting state to state, and, it could be the scenario. I'm not saying it is or trying to blame the victim or anything like that. It could be a scenario where she thought he was her boyfriend and, you know, that type of thing. I'm only basing off Law and Order, but still, at the same time, it seems like he mentally groomed her and all that type of shit. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. Like, yeah, he deserves to be locked up. 35 years for $1,200. I hope you are happy because you ain't going to get that money now. So, yeah. I'm just gonna say he deserves it just based off of what we actually know. He's found guilty, and yeah, that shit was low-key crazy. Why would you, like, I don't understand why you would tell the world, yeah, I'm out here pimping, big pimping. I mean, like, if you're X one, then yeah, maybe, but then, like, to go to the degree you are, where you're making Snapchat, where your whole persona, not your whole persona damn near, because, you know, if your whole persona was that, then, you know, usually they're X, but at the same time, using your whole persona, like, as this is a little bit wild and just straight up stupid as hell. I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say. But to do know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Also in the comments, your boy make all kinds of videos, so comment you want to see. And yeah, as I got for the video, peace.